On paper, yes, we've seen a debt to GDP ratio of around 55%, which is still underneath the critical 60% level. In the medium-term policy statement we saw last year, it was envisaged that South Africa's debt to GDP ratio can exceed 60% post-2020. That seems to be off the table. Malusi Gigaba's budget suggests that it could stabilize around 56%, which is very high. And if we can achieve that, it will be actually within this current economic circumstances not too bad. The second thing is the deficit of the budget deficit. Currently it's projected that the 2018 year will come in at around 4.3%. That is very high, but it was expected. The deficit for 2019 is budgeted at around 3.7%, which is a lot lower. But again, the whole key issue here is increased economic growth. Both those numbers, the debt to GDP and the budget deficit to GDP, are hedged on economic growth. If the economy can grow faster than it is currently doing, it will help those numbers significantly. If the economy does not grow as envisaged, then we will have big problems. Not really. Obviously, the big news is the increase of VAT from 14% to 15%. That is unfortunate, but it was expected, and it will have a big impact in our economy. Personal income taxes were also raised, most due to the non-adjustment of the brackets. So most people will not see the relief from normal inflationary adjustments to those brackets, and you will in effect pay more tax. So no surprises there, but South Africans will pay more tax. It will. The problem is the government needs money. That's why we are seeing the debt ratios increase so aggressively, because the deficits continue to increase. We will most definitely see pressure on economic growth, but a VAT increase, I think it does have a less significant impact on economic growth than other taxes would have had, like higher, even higher personal income tax. That's a good question. I hope so. At least give them enough satisfaction to stave off their decision for a downgrade. They still have a negative outlook on our credit rating. There are currently a lot happening in our political and economic environments, and the budget does suggest that things could be under control if we see economic growth. So maybe we can wait for the first quarter's economic growth number, and that could make us smile, because that would definitely, a good number would stave off a downgrade.